Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Buds One Podcast. This is episode 30. I am here. I am the Technojelly, but I am also here with my co-host Alchem Games. Normally, we do specials every 10 episodes. Unfortunately, we need some more time for this special. So we will be doing the special on episode 31. We're sorry, but that's just the way it's going to go. So this is going to be a regular episode. The special will be next week, though, on episode 31. So in today's regular episode, I sent Alchem a bunch of stuff. And by a bunch of stuff, I meant two things specifically. The first one, because, they're two pretty big overall, what's it called? Like, oh God. What's the name? Showcases, online things, whatever. It's the okay, so the first one is the PlayStation State of Play, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking? Showcase, or I don't know. I'm having a stroke. I'm sorry. So I sent that to you, Alchem, and I just want to talk about it in general. We could talk about all the stuff. If you want to talk about something specific, let me know. But I'm just gonna go. We can go through it together. I will not be. I mean, I could play some of the videos, but they won't be. I am not risking. There will never be audio. Because there's no way Sony can't. No, Sony will never find me. But to start with it, the first thing that they showed off is the Astrobot stuff.
Their only good game.
Their only good game.
Not only, I'm sure.
No, they have.
I'm sure there's probably others.
In the state of play, there's a plenty of good games, but the problem is they're not out right now. It's like a coming soon for the other games, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can't wait for Astrobot to come out onto PC.
Yes.
Because, I want to play Astrobot, but I don't want to buy a PlayStation to play it,
Yeah. This game looks like so much fun. I've seen so many people play it. I've seen video of it. It looks like it'll be a blast just to enjoy.
Yeah, it just looks fun. It just looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ingenious thing of Astrobot is that it's it looks so fun and an amazing game, but it's actually just a gigantic ad. And you kind of just forget that it's actually just a gigantic ad for all PlayStation IPs. And it's genius, honestly. It's genius. I feel like more companies should do this.
If you can blend in some enjoyable experience, like a game, and slip in a few advertisements without anyone realizing that's literally what they're doing,
yep,
you're doing a good job.
I mean, they're not slipping in advertisements. The whole game is an advertisement.
Yeah, it's a showcase of all their IPs, which they keep saying they don't have. Which,
yeah, the Astrobot ship is literally a PlayStation. Yep. Your flight vehicle is literally a PlayStation controller. It's not even subtle advertising. But yeah, so that one they're going to be adding new levels. I know the Helldivers Astrobot is being added and a couple others. The Helldivers one looks fun. But I can't wait for and the Stellar Blade. That was another big one too that they're adding to it.
That's true. But yeah. Astrobot definitely came out of nowhere. Everyone didn't really think that much of it, and then boom! Yeah, it's like the only standing game at this point
for this year. This year for PlayStation,
for this year at least. Yeah.
Okay, so this year for PlayStation success story. The second one the second big announcement was the Midnight Walk, which is like a messed up horror game. It's a stop motion style horror game. And apparently it is also, sorry, I just wanted to say this quickly. It is going to be on the PlayStation VR 2. So that's going to be interesting for people who own that. Because first of all, there isn't a lot of content for that. So that's great that they're finally adding some stuff to that. But this game, if you just look at any of the screenshots of the trailers, this looks like Little Nightmares, but more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was about to say, this looks like Little Nightmares meets something what's it called, like Nightmare Before Christmas style of like animation.
Yeah. I'm just quickly looking up Moonhood Studios, the guys that make it. Is this their first game?
No, they made something else, but it was only another game, but I don't think it was like a major game.
I don't
think it was
man, these companies need to
hold on.
They really need to
Midnight Walk creator,
because they're called Moonhood Studios. Wait. And their website.
Yeah. Oh, Moon.
Moonhood
Games. Let's see.
Moonhood Games. Announcing our first game, the Midnight Walk. This is their first game as a team. I'm sure these developers, this isn't the first game, but as a team, this is their first game.
Ah. Oh, cool.
I'm sure these developers
honestly,
have years of experience. It looks
very ambitious.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. The graphics look like, obviously, we haven't really seen gameplay. The trailer itself is like, there is a little bit of gameplay, but it's mostly just like the style of the game. But the style of the game for a horror game looks spot on, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll play it. First of all, it's on the PlayStation 5. I don't own a PlayStation 5, so I can't play it. But even if I did own it, I don't think this is the type of game I personally would play, but I'm happy for the horror game crowd, you know?
Yeah. Looks great. The visuals are stunning. The animation's incredible. The game, I mean, unfortunately, because you don't really see the gameplay, you can't tell if this is actual gameplay or if this is just cinematic, but it looks interesting. I
mean, the good thing is this style of horror game doesn't need like crazy amazing gameplay, you know? Like Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are two amazing horror games. When you think about it though, the gameplay, it's a platformer, you know? Like they didn't do anything crazy in terms of gameplay, but the games are amazing, you know? So you don't need crazy standout innovative mechanical gameplay for these games to be amazing. It just needs to be, it's weird to say this, but like it's also like a buzzword too, but like immersive, you know? Like you gotta, like obviously you can't be as immersive because it's probably going to be a third person game, but you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like in order for a horror game to still be scary and you not be in the first person's perspective and it not be a crazy amount of jump scares generally just shows a good game, you know? Because it's like I'm comparing it to a lot to Little Nightmares, but that's because as soon as I honestly, when I first saw this trailer, I didn't see the title and I thought this was a Little Nightmares game. I did. Okay, I swear I was like, oh, I didn't know they were making a third one so soon.
They're like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like
Yeah. And I was like, oh. And but like Little Nightmares, you know, I don't want to, because I'm not saying this as a negative sense, but like it's not a crazy gameplay game, you know? Like
yeah, no, it doesn't look like a crazy gameplay game. At least what we see in the little trailer. It looks like you have ways to fend for yourself, but
it looks like mostly a hide and seek style.
Yeah, I don't understand how to work with just normal controls and then VR, but I mean, it looks cool. I would like to see how it looks. Honestly, I'm kind of dying to see how this kind of thing will look. It looks really fun.
And I'm going to be so sad when this game comes on the PS5 and no one buys it because no one owns a PS5. I'm going to be so sad when that happens because no one owns a PS5. That's slight. I'm slightly joking. Obviously, millions of people own a PS5, but like, it feels bad that this is a exclusive.
You finally have a game to play. You actually have a game now to play, guys.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this could be on top of the system sellers. Like this game won't be a system seller, but like, it's a nice addition to the list of games of PS5 games. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay, so the next game is in the same horror genre. It is called Hell is Us. Yes. So this game,
Oh.
from what I saw in the trailer, is a okay. There's going to be a lot of buzzwords. Horror science fiction Souls-like game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You want to repeat that?
Yeah. So this game has like this. You know what it kind of reminds me? It reminds me of Lies of P, but horror sci-fi instead of the gothic, Pinocchio, art style. Like it's like a science fiction horror style thing, but like not completely science fiction. Like not science fiction in terms of like there's gonna be like alien blasters or stuff like that, but it's like almost like sci-fi fantasy almost, it looks like, because like the clothes, it's also weird because like the clothes he's wearing, the main character's wearing, has zippers. Like when you like near the very end, you can see there's a close-up of him, and you see zippers and like buckles and stuff, like modern day zippers and buckles. So like it's like okay, but like it's also got like this sci-fi weird fantasy thing, but it's also got like this weird medieval thing. But then there's like a train. I don't know. And then there's like tanks. Like there's like armored cars as well. It's like what the heck is happening?
Why does it give me like Eastern Europe kind of vibes?
Yeah, it does. It does. Definitely Eastern European.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they started talking about the motherland, it wouldn't surprise me.
Ooh.
You know, it looks weird. It looks weird. It definitely is on that creepiness side.
Let me see. You do have all this sci-fi tech. You do have
it's very sci. You have like a drone and everything too.
I see you have puzzle. All right. Puzzle solving dungeon crawler with a bit of slice and dice action, dodge mechanics. Okay, so it looks like you do have fight mechanic abilities in it.
Yeah, it's like it's a Souls light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a Souls light. Yeah.
It definitely honestly, it more looks like a fast-paced action game.
I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at some of the enemies. Those little white guys. With no face. My mind immediately just goes to like Kingdom Hearts Hollows, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's a hollow! Look, it's Kingdom Hearts, except PlayStation. Wait, PlayStation is.
It's PlayStation 5.
Kingdom Hearts was PlayStation. You're right.
Yeah, that is PlayStation.
But yeah, that was so. There's that.
That's hell on.
Looks pretty cool.
That looks cool. I don't.
Hell,
it's
is us.
Yeah, it definitely is more. That's definitely I'd like to see more, because it's hard to say within that trailer like how much is that real gameplay. I hope so. But like it's
there's a
like,
bit of the combat mechanics look like it's real, but
yeah, but the problem is I want to see more extended. Like the combat stuff is like literally like 2 seconds. Like combat can look good when like any combat can look good if you show 2 seconds of it. Like I need a good minute. You know what I mean?
What's your opinion? What's your opinion on that? Do you think it should be just a random encounter in the game, or should it be like the first 2 minutes of the actual game itself?
Like a trailer, you mean, or like
when you basically.
Not as a trailer. I understand why as a gameplay reveal trailer, this is a good gameplay reveal trailer, because it does exactly what I think what a trailer would do. Right? Is I want to see more. You know, like it does exactly what. It's same with the other trailer, because this is specifically a gameplay reveal trailer. So like it does like obviously real gameplay, but the problem is, or like not the problem. That's not the right word I'm looking for. Like it's doing its job of making me want to see more. You know what I mean? So when the next trailer comes out, I want it to be. It doesn't have to be just in the beginning, but I want it to be show the gameplay in extended form that isn't cuts, so people could see. Not like I'm not saying unedited 30 minutes video of someone playing. I'm saying give me a full fight, you know, with the UI, Because another thing is there's no UI in the game. There's no UI in the trailer. Because, give me more real. This is a very cinematic gameplay reveal trailer. I want to see some, a minute long fight, of using abilities and stuff like that and seeing how it looks. But I mean, the trailer itself does its job because it reveals it shows what I want to see more, and I'm kind of interested. I mean, I'm interested in the fact that I like to look at it and I want to see it, but once again, don't own a PS5 and not buying a PS5 for this game. So I'll be interested when it eventually, hopefully, one day comes on PC. Maybe. We'll see. And so after that, they revealed Metro Awakening, which I don't know if you know about this. I've been following this game for a while. It's Metro but VR for the PlayStation 2 VR or PSVR 2. And it looks good. It looks good. It looks exactly what I want a Metro game that's in VR to be. I'm kind of I am on two sides about this game because I want another Metro game, and I like another another Metro game that isn't VR. But I'm pretty sure Sony paid for this, so the devs got a good paycheck for this, and I'm happy about it because the devs. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the documentaries made on the Metro devs, but they're insane, Alchem. They're actually insane. Like, they don't believe in gray boxing. They fully map out maps and stuff. Like, there's no testing. Like, they don't believe in testing. Like, they fully, and all of it is, none of it is procedural generated. None of it. Like, do you know the open world map of the newest game? You know the big open world map? That's handcrafted. Nothing is made. In fact, during the documentary that I watched about them, they literally had one of the testers, the gameplay testers, go over to every patch of grass to make sure that they put it in the proper spot, because they have to manually put down all the grass. So they have to move it down if it's too high. Like like, they're insane, Alchem. And those devs deserve more because they're crazy.
You can see it.
Yeah, everything is it's amazing, but it shows it, but like obviously that takes a long time. And yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, because of that detail, because of that level of scrutiny they do.
Yep.
Just it's starting to sound like a more visual treat to have it in VR.
Oh yeah.
Granted, those who don't want VR, those who never invested in VR, never got one themselves, and don't care for it, this isn't going to be for you, sadly.
Well, it's only PSVR. It's only the PlayStation VR.
It's only PSVR,
which is a small market in a niche market.
Now I'm seeing PSVR 2, which does that mean that it's the PSVR 2,
not the PSVR 1. So if you have to own the PSVR 2. So it's a niche. It's a different
console.
No, they've been doing that for a while, Alchem. The PSVR 2 came out a while ago.
Oh, that's so... Yeah, but that's so dumb.
Unfortunately, it's just business.
Yeah, that sounds like something someone would say before they shoot someone.
It is.
Like, sorry, kid, it's business.
I mean, that's the problem with VR games, though, Alchem. The market is small, and then no, well, it is, because the market is small, and then within that small market, you have these companies that are getting exclusives. Like, that's actually the worst business model in existence for this, because the market's already only, like, at best a couple 100,000 people, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a million. Millions of people do not own a VR headset. I'm sorry.
And those who did get, and for example,
and the majority of them
PSVR originally, they're not going to go and just shill it out for another one, especially when one of your other consoles. I'm sure if you have a PSVR, you have a PlayStation. current console
yeah.
or a current console at least, or maybe
You
current
have a
console.
PlayStation 4 if you have the PlayStation VR, because that's what
Yeah,
it
if
was
you have
for.
the PlayStation VR, exactly. So, just to suddenly think that they're gonna get the next PlayStation and the next PlayStation VR, that's insanity.
Yeah.
You're already cutting your niche audience in. Like, God knows how many are not going to go in for the next one.
I mean, the good thing
But
is that the PlayStation VR 2 does
mhm.
have a PC adapter, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know like how that works, and I don't know if that's official.
So it to be like then just make it a VR headset. Don't make it a PlayStation VR. Well, I mean, I guess put your Sony brand on it, but if it can, you know what? If it can work with PlayStation and whatever PlayStation exclusive VR games they'll have eventually, and work with your PC, then that's fine. I guess that's an improvement compared to the previous one that was only PlayStation. So, I mean, just sounds like whoever bought a PSVR, I feel like they got gypped. But oh well.
Yeah. I mean, another problem is
Look
that
really
apparently the PlayStation VR 2 is $550, which is a
oh my
lot of
god.
money.
That is a lot of money.
Which I don't think you need to own a PlayStation 5 in order to play PSVR 2 games.
Oh, thank goodness.
It might be
That was one of
it
the
might be
biggest
like a
concerns.
Quest system, like it might be like a Quest situation where technically
Yeah,
its own system underneath, I think.
so it's its own
Don't
VR. And
don't quote me from that though. I actually don't know.
okay, fair enough.
Wait. Let me just do you need a PlayStation or PSVR 2?
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
a PlayStation VR 2 will only work with PlayStation 5 consoles. Damn. Unlucky.
wow, that is not smart. That
Yeah.
is not. Oh,
So, yeah, so
I'm.
though the PlayStation VR 2 PC adapter is official, and so you can plug it into a PC to play non-PlayStation 5 VR games.
That just sounds like it was an afterthought at that
It
point.
was an afterthought. I mean, this thing, unfortunately, from what I know, the PlayStation VR 2 was sent out to die because Sony realized
Oh,
the market wasn't there. Because, like,
yeah.
look, I love VR is very interesting to me.
Yes.
But I am not in the like I'm not so enthusiastic about
Delusional.
it and delusional about it to say that you can make a lot of money in it. There isn't a lot of
Wave of the
money in VR.
future.
It's just not, the
It's no.
technology is not good enough right now.
No, no, there's nothing. There are some good things about it as an enjoyable factor, but not enough to sustain it. Not enough for companies to invest in it, like video game companies either.
Yeah.
You can put in a little bit, but you're not going to get that much in back from it because the player base on the in VR is very small,
It's very small.
very small.
And like people are complaining about sales in the like tens of millions for consoles, and then the VR can survive on thousands. So like, but the problem is that like while that's true, Sony isn't looking for that. Sony's looking to make more money, and they just didn't realize. I think they got oversold VR. Uh,
Hmm.
so yeah,
Everyone got oversold with VR. Just said no one developed.
true. VR games definitely did fail for a good while. To be
Hmm.
fair, though, the only VR game other than Beat Saber, and really the only two VR games I've truly enjoyed is Beat Saber and VR Chat. So, I mean, I guess that also says something. That might also say something about me. I also get motion sickness very easily. So, like, most VR games make me sick. And the fact,
Mm.
like, so Beat Saber is really good and VR Chat is, I just got used to it. I mean, I still get kind of sick in VR Chat depending on the stuff. So, like, it depends. But, like,
Yeah.
most, like, the other games that I played in VR, I'm like, oh, I can play this for like 30 minutes at most at a time. That and my controllers are too
Or
old, and none of the games are made for the Vive ones anymore, and it hurts me.
Don't you like holding those big, gigantic fucking dildos in your hand? Don't you just love them? They're so.
They're
Like,
huge,
God, I
and
hate
the
when
deep and the pads are useless.
Yeah, they're real. Yeah, after
They're
a
so
while they
annoying.
wear out, or worse, some games don't even bother with them.
Yeah, like VR chat.
Yeah, I remember.
No, you
Because
don't
I had the
to
Vive
remember.
controllers for. Oh my God, they sucked.
They still suck, Alchem. Matter of fact, they made them worse.
What did they make them thicker?
No, like the
Oh, thank
controls
God.
and the controls in VR chat, they're worse now.
Of course.
Because you have to be more precise where you put your thumb on the touchpad. They're very specific now.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember the VRs. Yeah. For the Vive controllers, they were really, really picky when it came to where you place your thumb on the touchpad.
I also have very small hands, so it doesn't help me as well.
And you're like a little slime. What hands do you have?
Look, I just slam myself onto the controller and hope for the best, okay?
Well, you know what? I guess. I mean, if it works, right?
Yeah, if it works, it works. So, moving on to the next game. Honestly, I'll be real. I don't have that much to say on this, but it's called Arc-Age Chronicles, and it looks like a fantasy action game. I mean, it looks cool, but it looks like a pretty cool fantasy action game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool, but there's also online multiplayer, so it looks like there's a co-op mode, which looks cool. But other than that, it looks pretty standard. But it's also Arc-Age. Isn't Arc-Age like a thing? Isn't that a series?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's a series.
No, maybe it is. I forget.
I don't know. I mean, it looks interesting. Don't get me wrong. But for me, I don't know, man. When I see these games, I'm like, interesting. But like, I need to know more. The problem is there's so many fantasy action games that look like this that I just need to know more. You know what I mean?
This really does look like fantasy action. It does give me like Dark Souls vibes again.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the third person camera angle, dodge rolly action combat it's kind of like the it thing right now.
Yeah. It's not new, but it's here, and I mean, it looks okay.
No, I mean, it looks interesting. It's just one of those games where I definitely need to see more because I don't want to call it generic fantasy because it's not generic fantasy. It looks like it has its own take on it, but
hack and slash fantasy.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it doesn't for me. I need to see, okay, what does this game make different? Like, what's the difference? You know, and if the difference is you can play a co-op, then that's just not enough, in my opinion. Though I'm sure it'll be fun co-op.
Yeah.
The next announcement though was really funny, considering.
Damn, we really did not get that.
I mean, like, what else is there to say? I mean, I don't know what else there is to say.
Hack and slash, action adventure, fantasy, role play. I don't think role play. Maybe not.
I don't know. It's an RPG, definitely of some kind.
Yeah.
But the next one is Palworld is on the PlayStation 5 now.
Good old Palworld has. I guess they've chosen a side since Nintendo decided, hey.
I mean, they haven't chosen. This was in the works for a while. It just sucks that this happened right now. But yeah, Palworld is on PlayStation. It's just the same version. It's just Palworld.
I'm betting you, PlayStation is going to try to do some exclusive nonsense with them. Not like exclusive game. What I'm thinking is there's going to be an exclusive like expansion or content.
I could see that. I don't know why they do that right now because I could see that if they win. I can see that if they win against Nintendo. Because right now there's a chance that Palworld, I don't think it's a high chance, but there's a chance that Palworld just disappears.
Yeah.
I could see like an exclusive DLC pack, like a skin pack or something like that.
I'll say this: it was an amazing game that came out. Everyone thought it was a refreshing take on the monster catching thing, and
It was,
everyone
still
played
is.
the hell out of it. And then that was it.
Well, the problem is
there was
that
no more.
the game ran out of content. It was an early access build, and everyone's like, "Man, this is a great game. We ran out of stuff to do, so we'll wait until the next update."
Yeah, and currently it's not done. It hasn't been done. These developers, they have a knack of creating something, then working on it for a bit, and then moving on to the next thing. And they're the same people who made. I'm trying to remember this one game that I played with a couple of friends. It literally was, I think, Craftopia. Thank you.
Craftopia.
Yeah. It was literally the precursor to Palworld. It did literally everything that Palworld did. You built, you constructed, you even could capture things in balls, which hilariously Nintendo never gave them flack about because I guess it never grew. It never became popular.
Yeah.
But did the same mechanics. The only thing different is that in Palworld, they added the cutesy little animals that could actually, wait a minute, in Craftopia you could capture stuff and use them to help you build and construct and make energy and stuff. I guess they added and like expanded on that and just made them cutesy.
I mean, they did come out with a big update, so like they're sticking with it.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Craftopia, from my understanding, is still being updated.
Yes, it is still being updated. I just wish it would. It feels like it still chugs and rugs sluggishly sometimes, though.
Yeah.
The last time I played.
I mean, that's just 7. That's like 7 days for me. 7 days to die for me is like a love-hate relationship. Oh, that game. It makes me sad.
Makes me happy. Makes me sad. Makes me want to craft.
Yeah. But I still haven't played Palworld, honestly. Maybe one day.
Wow. Maybe one day.
For me, is just
build.
I'm just like not that interested in early access games right now. I want to like play a finished game because I have so many games that I haven't played yet that I currently own. So
yeah. I honestly, sir, that it's just become a thing where most people just make games unfinished at this point. And it's really,
that's
really
been a
annoying.
thing for like at least a decade now, unfortunately.
This mentality has to stop. It's honestly getting really annoying.
People keep buying them. That's the problem.
I mean, you're right, and that sucks because
if the money stops flowing, they'll stop doing it. But the problem is the money has not stopped flowing.
Because the money hasn't stopped flowing, they'll keep doing these half-ass games, half-finished, half-baked.
Yep.
And then it would like, we'll just fix it in post, and doesn't. No,
I mean, some of them do fix it in post, to be fair. The problem is they shouldn't have needed to fix it in post.
Yeah.
It's just and you know, there are a lot of situations where, you know, how much of it is the developers or the publishers and stuff like that. It
is what it is.
Yeah. In the gaming world, we're definitely running out of how many times we could say it is what it is, though.
Yeah, you're slowly running out of it is what it is. Are you sure you want to continue?
Yep. So, after Palworld, they announced the Lunar Remastered Collection. I have no attachment to Lunar Remastered. So the Lunar games are a very old JRPG series.
Excuse me?
When this was announced, I was on Twitter when this was announced live, and a section of Twitter exploded, Alchem. These games are really popular in the JRPG community, but outside of it, I didn't know these existed until this state of play. But it's nice. They look, you know, I mean, it looks like a remastered old NES or like the NES, SNES pixel art JRPGs. Looks good.
No, that's game I never grew up with, or a game that was outside of my timeline because I don't remember this at all.
Yeah. The good thing is, though, this is coming to PS4 and PS5.
Oh, so good for them.
The fans of those games will be happy to know that you can buy it on both.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think it was. Oh God, it's the fighting. You might know him, the fighting game guy.
Maximilian?
No. He was the guy that you know it's from the famous clip of the Amazing Perry and he gets wrecked.
Justin Wong.
Justin Wong. He was really excited about the Lunar games on Twitter. He was really liking them apparently.
Yeah, last I heard, he was making people refund.
Yeah, as Wazzler, I've seen that too. Yeah,
that was just way too funny.
Yeah, so that exists, and I'm happy that the people who like this game are happy. But this is the first time I've heard of this game, so that's nice. I mean, hey, it looks like good pixel art RPG. You know, it looks like a pretty decent. They also have this like anime thing near the middle of the trailer. It looks straight up like a 90s anime in the middle of it.
It really does.
I'm like,
really gives
that's so funny.
I'm guessing this is one of those style of RPG or those style of games where every once in a while, the cutscene it just randomly has a
cutscene,
anime-esque cutscene into it.
And to be fair, it's probably from that same time period anyway. Because if it came out in the during the SNES and the original NES and the SNES, that was their late 80s, early 90s. So
yeah.
So definitely that time. So the next game, do you know this game outcome? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge?
Yeah, Shredder's Revenge. They're getting the expansion. Yeah, the Radical Reptiles.
The Radical Reptiles DLC. The DLC. New playable characters Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa.
Yeah, they added these two new characters where I'm just
are these actually characters in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or are these a game specifically?
They are characters. It's just that I don't remember where they were brought. They've been brought up every once in a while, except I don't remember Mondo Gecko. Oh, okay. Mona Lisa, I remember her getting brought up in a couple of the different things.
Is she a lizard?
Yeah, she's a lizard.
Okay, I was gonna say she has a huge tail.
Yeah.
Actually, they both have.
I don't know the gecko one. Mondo Gecko, I don't know where he's from. Mona Lisa, I don't know her origin, but I have seen her get referenced in various different versions of the Ninja Turtles.
I'm surprised you can't play. Can you play as the girl or Shredder in this?
You can't. Are you talking about?
Sorry, not Shredder.
April O'Neil.
Yes. Can you play as April, and can you play as the rat?
Yes.
Oh, you can.
You can play. You can play the four turtles. You can play Splinter. You can play Casey Jones. You can play April O'Neil.
That's his name.
They introduced quite a few other new characters into like Karai and I forget the name of that samurai rabbit, but him too. And they even have a mode where you can actually get power-ups that let you play as the bosses.
Oh,
but it's like a temporary power-up.
Of course. Interesting. Yeah.
They did add quite a few things to it, which has been fun. I enjoyed for a simple beat 'em up.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've never played this game. I don't think this is not exclusive to PlayStation, is it? I doubt it, right?
No, it is not.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, if it was
both editions are available today. Oh, okay, this already came out. Oh, okay. Nice. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Let's see. I hope I fixed this.
The next one is Sonic X Shadow Generations was announced as well.
I am so looking forward to that.
Yes.
I'm losing everything when I see this. This looks so cool.
Yeah.
The music
it
is
does
awesome.
look pretty cool.
The fact that
and Keanu Reeves is Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I love that they added that one little extra thing. They're just gonna have him do the voice. I'm guessing it's a voice pack that you can pick.
Maybe. Because
I still hear the other version Shadow, the normal game Shadow. Yeah. But if they have it where you can play with Keanu as a voice too. This is gonna be one of the best, coolest little crossover ideas.
Yeah.
Or like movie tie-in.
I think it's a separate character. Like it's a different version of Shadow.
Maybe.
I mean, they've already like Sonic's done that tons of times. There's like 20 different versions of Sonic. Funny enough, I still haven't really played a modern day Sonic game. What was the last Sonic game I played? Let me just look at my Steam real fast. The last Sonic game I played, I think, was Sonic Mania, which is a good one. I'm pretty sure. It was the one that wasn't made by Sonic Team.
Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay. Now I have a better idea. So apparently this is like a post-release thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be one little level that you can play
as the Keanu
related
Reeves.
to the movie.
Yeah, the Keanu Reeves
Shadow.
So funny enough, this is
really cool.
This is DLC announced for a game that doesn't exist yet, which is kind of weird, but it kind of works out.
I'm more sold than ever. I want this game already.
I still even haven't played the new Sonic game, the open world one.
Frontier.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. And very hyped. They're very, very hyped.
Oh, jeez.
Honestly, when you get the bosses. Sorry. All right, I gotta update my Christmas, my birthday wish list now. This is definitely who am I kidding? This has already been on the list forever.
Oh God, I'm dying, Alchem. Sorry, I need to blow my nose.
Don't do that. That's bad for you. As they blow their nose, they get further and further away. They're shrinking. They're shrinking. Wait, Jelly, no. If you get rid of more of the mucus, you start to get smaller. Remember, you're made up of slime. Oh my God.
It's okay. I can live. I can be smaller. So yeah, that was the Sonic stuff. That is not obviously exclusive to PlayStation, but they got to show it off exclusively. They got the first hit, I guess. Yeah. I mean, okay. The only weird thing is this is literally DLC announced for a game that isn't out yet, which I don't know if I'm okay with. Like, on principle, like whether or not this is good or bad, or the game is good or bad, I don't know if I'm okay with them announcing DLC for a game that doesn't exist yet.
Is it free though? That's the question.
I don't know. It's
if it's
post
a free DLC, I'll give it a pass.
The wording is post-launch update for Sonic X Shadows Generations. So I don't know what that means. Update. If it's a free update, sure. I still don't know if I'm okay with them announcing an update for a game that isn't out yet, but if it's free, I'm more okay with it. I'm more okay with it if it's free. If they're announcing...
I was about to say,
paid
we're
DLC.
So used to games that haven't even fully come out yet doing updates.
I know, right?
Damn. We don't give any games any slack.
Yeah.
Unless they're not done yet. Unless they're like pre-alpha or beta versions or whatever. Open betas.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the Sonic stuff. The next stuff is unfortunately it's both totally up our alleys, Alchem. It's more JRPG stuff that I've never heard of.
Oh my God. It looks great.
I mean,
yay.
Oh, it's made by the Final Fantasy creators and composer.
Yeah, I literally saw that the images and stuff and video. I'm like, this looks like something the Final Fantasy crew would make.
And it's going to take an original and modern take on the beloved turn-based battle system. Honestly, I like turn-based games personally.
I'm kind of curious what they mean when they're going to take an original approach. I'm like, what can you do to a turn-based that hasn't been done? I mean, eventually you have to. Turn-based is turn-based.
I feel like there's a lot of mechanics within turn-based that you can do, right? Because like the active turn-based battle system was like revolutionary when it first came out, right?
I suppose.
And there's still a lot of stuff in the turn-based combat system that you can still do. It's just that the problem is that people hear turn-based combat system and get bored sometimes. On the immediate mention of it, like Alchem. He's already asleep. It's okay. I'll just have to say Flappy Bird, and then he'll wake up.
What? No. Oh, bitch.
I love the fact that this is a thing now. So at any point, I could just make Alchem's head slam his desk.
I'm saying that banned word. Dare you?
I love the fact that this is a thing now. But okay, in a serious thing, yes. It looks like a good JRPG. It looks like a cool, interesting thing. The problem with JRPGs is that the trailer is like you have to like, it's these games are 100 hours long, and I don't know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Now, we live in an era where everyone's attention span is shot. We need two things on a screen in order to enjoy, or we need to have something playing in the background, or watch something in the background while we're doing something.
To be fair, there's still a very dedicated RPG audience that still had the attention span, because there's a lot of people who play video games that are 30 plus.
Okay, geriatric gamers, yes, but
yeah,
I don't think the modern era.
But I think this is who they're going for. That's definitely who they're going for, though. Like, I think this game is going to find the audience that they're trying to sell to, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it'll do fine in terms of what they want. I just hope they haven't overpromised in terms of sales, because this game, a new IP from, even though it is a proven devs, because it's from Final Fantasy creators and stuff like that, but the problem is that new IPs for JRPGs are always a hit and miss. Like, like it's like I remember Atlas. I don't know if you know the publisher Atlas. They do a ton of JRPG stuff, right? I mean, they obviously they do Persona.
Oh no, I enjoy a lot of their work
because Atlas is the Persona guys, right?
Atlas is Persona.
They
Atlas
did.
Is,
I remember
quite a few.
Yeah, they did quite a few of them. They one of their newer ones, their IP sold like over 1 million copies, and they're like, "Wow, this is amazing." And I was like, the fact that they are happy with over 1 million sales just shows how realistic they were actually in thinking of how well this will sell. And I'm happy to finally see that.
Okay, so I know they definitely did the Persona games, so that's definitely one of the things that will definitely do so well. They did Catherine, which I loved. Honestly, a lot of their biggest things were always the Shin Megami Tensei stuff. I'm trying to see what else did they do, because they did quite a few other games. I just don't remember every single one of them, but the ones I always do remember is Persona, Shin Megami Tensei.
I mean, Persona's the biggest one.
Yeah, and I enjoyed Catherine. Catherine was something
I actually liked Catherine too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting game.
Yeah. At
the time, though, when I played that, I was not smart enough. I got the block puzzles, man. I got stuck on. I couldn't handle it out there. I was the person that looked up the IGN guide. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I was like, I'm so confused. What do you mean I had to think? Why can't I just shoot things?
Jelly, no.
Look, look, for the long... I had my Xbox 360 Call of Duty phase, okay? And then I played video games that made me think, and I was like, oh god.
I'm trying to think what other games they made back in
well, they're a publisher mostly.
Well, yeah, they are a publisher, you're right. I'm just trying to think of what other games that they were involved in.
Yeah, let me...
that's a lot. I do remember Catherine. Oh yeah, they made Snowboard Kids. Yay! They were part of that, or at least they were part of it. Let's see. Persona 4 Arena. Yeah, I remember playing that. That was a lot of fun. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I forgot about that game because it was horrible. It was trash. It was stupid. It was promising because it was a weird Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei-esque kind of game, but it was terrible. The execution was horrible.
They also made a game called Dragon's Crown.
I don't remember.
Soul Hackers.
Soul Hackers.
They made a game called Devil Summoner Soul Hackers in 1997. Oh, 13 Sentinels. They made 13 Sentinels.
Oh, 13.
That was a big one. I remember that one.
Yeah, that was definitely a big one. Not much else that I can remember that they were like really. Well, I mean, I know for a fact Shin Megami Tensei. 13
I mean, they've also existed for years. Their first video game was Digital Devil Story Magma Tensei in 1987. Wow, they've been
precursor.
Yeah. Oh my god, they made. Oh god.
Yeah.
They made the Karate Kid game. You know, the one from the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah, the one.
They also made Friday the 13th.
Oh, never mind. Good for them. Yes, good.
No, like the bad Friday the 13th.
Oh, never
on
mind.
the NES from the Angry Video Game Nerd episode. I'm okay. Okay, let me get to the more modern games that we would actually know. Yeah, Persona. I'm looking through that. Persona 2, 1999. Wow. Shin Megami Tensei. Oh, they made some of the Double Dragon games. Interesting. Now it looks like we got the big ones, at least for the Western audience, from us. Our, like, there are so many games that they've published and stuff like that, and I've never heard of them because it's probably Japanese only. Yeah, I mean the big ones is Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, and 13 Sentinels. I think is the most recent, like, big one, relatively recently. And they Unicorn Overload. That was a recent one too, and that's another JRPG. It's a really good one, honestly. It's a tactics game, a tactical roleplay one. And unfortunately, I don't think it sold very well because it came out in March of this year. I remember seeing a lot of people talk about it and saying this game, more people need to buy this game. But yeah, okay.
I've heard of that one. So new to me.
Yeah. The next one is, I think, okay, I don't know if controversial is the right word to say this, but it's the new Dragon Age game. Dragon Age the Velguard. And I don't know if you've seen recent coverage of this game, Alchem, but Dragon Age has had sort of a... I don't want to say... Okay. You and I both... I think we made a podcast, we had a podcast, during the podcast, we talked about that awful trailer that they did. The one the one where they were introducing the people, like the characters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that. Yeah. Because it looked like yeah, it was like a terrible Guardians of the Galaxy style or Borderlands thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
the more recent stuff they've been showing off looks more Dragon Age, in my opinion. It looks good. Now, I'm purely talking about the gameplay, though. The gameplay looks pretty good. It definitely is putting it more on the you are your character, you don't control your other characters. Like, you have zero control of your companions in this game. So you can't control your companions or what they do. You can command them to do things, but that's it's almost like a Mass Effect, like, tactics view thing, you know?
Oh, okay.
So you can tell them to, like, use this ability on this guy and use this ability on this guy type of deal. But you still but you only directly control yourself. In this trailer, actually, it shows the tactical view, and it looks like the Mass Effect thing. You'll see it eventually. Okay. But it looks good. The trailer is a boss, basically. And it looks interesting. And
you can okay. I've seen gameplay like this where you have companions where you can give them instruction to cast a spell, do a specific attack, do certain actions, but you don't take direct control of them.
Yeah, there's no direct
control.
The
actions.
So I think
whether or not it's in the best position or not, that's up to the AI for the other characters.
Or but you can see the UI, and it looks like the Mass Effect thing, in my opinion.
It does. I like it. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, but the gameplay looks good. I've also heard from some people that have been covering the game and got exclusive footage, like, we're actually able to record and stuff like that. That the game, like, the writing seems to be decent, and it seems to be pretty good. And so I hope that trailer for the what's it called? The trailer that we made fun of was just a bad decision on their part. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they were trying to go for a wider
this
audience.
Looks like a step up.
Oh no, this gameplay.
One in trailer wise,
this looks like a good Dragon Age game.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It doesn't look a good. Okay, this looks like a good modern Dragon Age game because the older Dragon Age games were a lot more old school CRPG. But I get that they moved away from that. And honestly, I've played the old Dragon Age games, and to be fair, I don't think they aged very well. But man, was that combat system really weird in the original Dragon Age games. They are weird, man.
Yeah, I'm taking it and getting a look at the whole combat system when you're playing there. I commend the other thing. It looks more intuitive, I guess. I mean, I feel like I could understand.
Yeah.
Like the second I saw it pop up, I understood what I was looking at, and I understood what it meant.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I need to learn the icons of what each
there are some
attack
specific
is
stuff.
and stuff, but that's slow learning while you play.
Yeah. I mean, and the dragon itself during the fight, like, it's like, oh, it's doing a thing, run away. Exactly. And you'll learn what the thing means when you, like, get deep down and all that type of stuff, I'm sure. And you'll learn, like, strengths, weaknesses, all that cool RPG stuff. But it looks very obvious of what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious.
Thank goodness it looks like it's coming out soon.
Yeah, it's coming out next year. Wait, I don't remember.
Is it? Hold on. I saw it because I saw it at the end of the trailer. I think it's at October of this year.
I think it's this year. Sorry, it's October 31st. Sorry, 2024. My bad.
Okay, so it is October.
It is this year. Sorry, it's next month actually. Next month. Basically 30 days.
We're seeing a trailer.
Yeah.
Because I was getting tired of seeing trailers and then it's saying
2025.
Coming June 2027. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Summer 2030. I'm like, God.
But
stop it.
It looks interesting though. It looks interesting.
Yes.
And
it does look like a lot of fun.
I think the make or break of this Dragon Age game is how good is the writing. And how well do they meld this graphics to the more darker side of Dragon Age? Because Dragon Age, I don't know, have you played, just a quick question, have you played the Dragon Age games?
I have not been able to play them myself, no, but I've seen others play it,
yeah.
So I understand.
So like the Dragon Age games are kind of dark fantasy. But the game's it's definitely, okay, it's cleaner. The graphics are cleaner, you know what I mean? Like cartoony cleaner.
Yeah.
So like it's after a huge one. I think the things I remember the most about Dragon Age 1 is after a battle, I would talk to characters and my party were just covered in blood. And like it was just, there was just so much gore everywhere, for early 2000s games. But this game, like, characters look very clean, and it's like it's funny to me to say that's criticism, that the characters look too clean, but like they were just in a battle. They're in a battle right now. How are you guys sparkling right now? Like, and it's kind of odd to be criticizing that because most games don't have anything like that. But for Dragon Age specifically, it was very dark fantasy. Now, to be fair, I played. When
you say dark, you expect like gritty. Everyone
not necessarily gritty, but like this isn't a go happy friendship is magic world,
Yeah, no, I got that.
So like,
no, but what I'm saying is like say you just slayed a monster, you just like stabbed it and blood goring out of it. You expect it at least to reflect a little bit on, your battle-hardened party.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, you have to be drenched in blood, but I'm saying, like
show a little bit of scuff marks on you, or some wear and tear on you.
Something, Your
armor
you just
can't
fought...
be 100% looking fabulous all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I actually get that. And yeah, it's...
Like, I think... I'm also curious because your character is very magic. Go ahead.
It's just imagine this. When you finish the fight, it goes to like a, you know how you finish a level in certain games, they give you like a score kind of thing?
Yeah.
It just shows a score, how long it took you to beat the boss, all the stats and stuff. And meanwhile, your characters are right there, just below the score screen, just like wiping their armor, cleaning and everything. Just
Honestly, that'd be hilarious.
That would explain why
That's
their
explain
armor
it.
is so shiny.
Honestly, that's one thing I would love a video game to do, is to show characters cleaning up after the battle. I think it'd be hilarious.
I actually think that would be funny.
I think that would be funny.
More life.
As like as either a pure gameplay mechanic or a one-off gag.
Yeah, just a little one-off gag to show you this is why their armor is like constantly pristine, because they actually take the time. It just so happens that you don't see it.
Yeah.
But, that's just me just putting some humor into it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm also interested to see if you are forced to play a magic character, because all the gameplay footage I have seen of Dragon Age the Veilguard, your character has done magic. Your character is some sort of wizard. So now, to be fair, being a wizard is fun in video games, especially. So, but I'm curious if you have to be a wizard, or if there's like a non-magic like fighter style you can do. I don't know, honestly. I haven't seen too much. I've seen some things. I know you could be like a rogue style character, but I don't know if like rogue style characters can have plenty of magic. So it'll be I'm interested to see how this combat system looks when you're not just casting spells on the back. You know, like what happens when you're up close swinging a sword, or an axe, or a mace, or a spear, or whatever the weapons are. You know, I am curious, but I mean, hopefully we'll see that. I mean, we're gonna see that in 30 days, basically. It comes out next month, so. Yeah, and yeah, so I think the gameplay looks good. I see what you mean. The gameplay looks good, but I guess the thing is, this is also, I'd hate to say it, but I feel like this is BioWare's last chance. They've had a lot of misses. Whoa. Anthem really killed them, man. Anthem really hurt them.
Anthem,
and like,
Anthem really
like you got to remember, the last two games BioWare released is Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem.
Yeah, I was about to be like, wait, they've had some good, and then I suddenly remembered Mass Effect, and then I remember, oh yeah, they made Anthem, and so I'm just like, oh yeah, this like actually better do very well.
BioWare, this might be their last chance. Because you gotta remember, EA is the publisher, and
EA is not
kind to devs that fail a lot.
We don't take kindly to failure.
Because the problem, I mean, okay, so Mass Effect Andromeda was a failure in terms of mechanics, but I think it sold okay. Anthem did not sell very well.
Anthem was a failure on so many parts.
Yeah, so yeah, like what was even BioWare games, because like I feel like it's been a while since BioWare has released a relatively well received game. Let's see, do we count Mass Effect Legendary Edition? I don't think we count that.
No.
What is Shadow Realms?
Wait, Shadow, was that the one I'm thinking of?
Oh no, sorry, this is canceled. Never mind.
Maybe not. I don't. Okay, that's not the one.
So this was canceled in February 2015. So the last game that people really liked was Dragon Age Inquisition in 2014. So it's been a long time since a game that BioWare has made that people have liked. Now, to be fair, Mass Effect Andromeda was fixed for the kind of, but like that was 2017, so it's still been a long time since Mass Effect Andromeda. And yeah, like Anthem came out in 2019, Alchem. That was 5 years ago. So it's been 5 years since Anthem, and BioWare has released technically a re-release of Mass Effect games. And like that's the The sad thing is the most notable thing that BioWare has done since 2014 is re-release Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Like that's basically the most notable thing they have done in 10 years, which is kind of sad. So I feel like Dragon Age the Vanguard is really it's BioWare's last chance to really say, "Oh guys, we can still make good video games." You know? You're looking at me. What's wrong, Alchem?
I'm looking at the game right now too. And it really does. Okay.
It looks fun.
I have high hopes. I really do have high hopes. I'm just, man, I really don't hope I see that meme with the Grim Reaper walking down.
Oh yeah, walking down.
BioWare.
I mean, luckily the game looks like it's recovering from that terrible trailer that they released. That awful trailer. So
Here's hoping.
Yeah. The next thing they released is Alan Wake 2, the next expansion.
Oh, there's the next expansion for Alan. Okay.
Yeah, the Lake House expansion.
The Lake House.
So that looks. I mean, it looks like more Alan Wake. The last Alan Wake expansion was 3 episodes. It was non-canon for fun stuff. Like one of the episodes was the girl from Control having a little side escapade in the Alan Wake 2 universe. But it's all non-canon stuff. It was just for fun, cool stuff that the devs wanted to do.
What is this?
And this is just it's a teaser trailer, basically. It basically shows nothing.
Now, is this canon or not?
This is canon. This is the Lake House expansion.
Oh, okay.
This is the next expansion, I'm pretty sure. And as an Alan Wake trailer, it shows a lot, but also nothing. It shows so much. Like there's so much going on, but it means nothing. Like you have absolutely no idea what it means. Like it's so confusing if you don't know anything, and even if you do know what's happening, you don't really know because it's Alan Wake, and it's Sam Lake, and Sam Lake is a character.
Oh,
he's the head of the studio.
You're right. I literally don't see anything. That was it. It was just.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot that's happening, but like you don't know why, what, where, when, how, or anything. It's interesting. So that's Alan Wake. I mean, unfortunately, there's not a lot to say about that other than if you own Alan Wake 2, that expansion is coming. It's not exclusive to PlayStation. They just got first dibs on it, I think, for the trailer. So that'll just come out when it comes out. I hope to God by the time... Is Alan Wake 2 even available on Steam? Because I've heard some really bad things about Alan Wake 2.
Not sure, actually.
Alan Wake 2. No, it's still not on Steam. Oh, man, I'm so sad, man. Because that game still hasn't made back its money in terms of sales.
No spooky game for you.
And it's... Because it's exclusive to the Epic Games Store on PC, it's sold almost nothing on PC because of the Epic Games Store, and it makes me sad. But yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, so that's Alan Wake. The next game is Hitman World of Assassination for the PlayStation VR 2. So this game no one's going to play.
Oh my god. Why?
So the next Hitman game is a VR game exclusive to the PlayStation VR 2.
Stop making this shit for such a niche thing.
And once again,
I was
about to say, Alchem, the very sad thing is it looks pretty good. But the problem is it's a PlayStation VR 2 game.
You even get the wheel dual knives. Come on. That looks awesome.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, honestly. Unfortunate. But for the people who do get to play it, will probably be very fun.
I hope this gets gimmicky things in this.
I hope this gets oh my god, you can wash your hands. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was I'm like, that's such a gimmicky thing. Like if you go out with bloody hands, they'll catch you. I was like, oh.
I hope this gets a broader release on more VR
Other VR.
systems.
Yeah, I this would be a game I would actually try to see if I can get on VR.
Yeah.
It looks like something you'd have a blast just enjoying.
Yeah. Now, the next game, I was so happy for certain people because it is the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered is coming out for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. And I know like 3 people, content creators, that have been begging for this game. That have been absolutely begging for this game to come out because they love Legacy of Kain. Like the old Legacy of Kain. And I know a lot of people who are really excited for this game. Well, I know some people that are super excited, but also some people that are like, they hope that it's not a direct remaster because they've said they love Legacy of Kain, but in modern gaming standards, the gameplay sucks. Like, it's not good. The controls are bad. It's like, I mean, it's a really old PlayStation game, so it's like old school tank controls, like original Tomb Raider style tank controls and stuff like that. So like the controls weren't very good. So like they hope they modernize like some of the controls and stuff like that. So hopefully that does better.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I mean, the gameplay trailer, the stuff in the trailer looks good. I just hope it controls better. From at least from the people who know the Legacy of Kain games. I personally never played them, but the people who did play them say that they love the game, but they understand that the game didn't age very well. So yeah,
here's hoping.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, and that's coming out.
Is it coming out this year?
There's no release date.
Oh.
There's no release date. It's pre-order now. No release date, though, unfortunately. Wait, no. December 10. So it's coming out this year.
Oh, it is coming out. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's coming out December 10 during the holiday season. Okay. So, the next game that they showed off is sorry, I got confused there for a second. It's called Fear the Spotlight, and it is another horror game. A lot of horror games.
I mean, we're in October. That makes
we are kind of in October. I mean, to be fair, this was like a week ago ish, but yeah, this one is styled like an old PlayStation game. But it is not an old PlayStation game.
You know what? I love those. I love games that do that.
So this is like there's the graphics of it. It's the graphics of an old PlayStation game.
It gives you retro graphic looks and everything with that. They even have that filter. The filter. Oh, I love it.
But it is not a remake or anything. And this is an original game. So yeah, it looks interesting.
Please this can't be a PlayStation exclusive. Please don't tell me this is a PlayStation. Yeah, the Spotlight. Let me look it up.
It is PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 coming out October 22nd. Let me check. Fear. No, it's on. I don't think
it's on Steam.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, it's got a Steam page.
Oh, it's a Blumhouse game. Oh, okay. No wonder. All right. I honestly, that makes me feel like, it might actually really be a really good story.
Well, that's the publisher.
It'll be very, very
the Blumhouse
spooky
games. Blumhouse Games is the publisher. The developer called Cozy Game Pals. And
I mean, if they're behind it, then I'm sure there's something.
Oh, this is their only game on Steam. Mm-hmm. So this is their first game, at least on PC. It actually has a demo if you wanted to try it, Alchem.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to try that later.
So yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, that is that. The
white pans were done here.
Sorry.
That is no. Well, moving on to the next one.
Yeah. The next one is called Towers of Agazaba.
Towers of Az.
And this is an island building game.
Oh, island builder.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my god, you climb on the backs of stuff.
Yeah, it's a survival game coming out in early access. This is a not PlayStation exclusive.
Neat.
This is a all platforms. I'm pretty sure.
Better not.
It's at least PlayStation.
This actually looks pretty cool.
It does look pretty cool, but it is also early access, so it's not done.
Yeah. So
even when it's coming out.
So I will wait for it for a while.
Yeah,
this thing will never get done.
Coming out. I
swear to God, this thing will never get done.
I mean, the problem with these survival games is that, like, even 1.0 versions of these games, like, you can add on to these games endlessly, technically, you know?
Yeah.
Unless there's a story that you can complete.
Beautiful.
This got some weird, like, that hand thing. I don't know if you've gone to that point in the trailer, but that hand thing is weird. It looks interesting, though.
What the fuck are those?
It kind of reminds me of, it kind of almost reminds me of, like, Enshrouded. Or like the other one, the Nightingale game as well. Kind of reminds me of that as well.
Yeah. I swear games need to just develop a better idea than a glider just constantly. And it's the same glider idea that I always see. It's just something you hold on like this for dear life. Just
I mean, what else could you do?
You guys know that.
What else could you do?
A backpack, something that's on your back instead of something that's on your shoulders, or something that you, for some reason, just pull out of your ass or something, and then you're suddenly holding on for dear life.
It's probably because it's a default animation for some things, for most engines now.
Actually, you're probably right.
It's probably an easy animation to do. It also doesn't. It's probably easier to animate that.
True.
So dumb. Do we have to talk about the Lego Fortnite stuff? Can we just skip that?
Hold on, wait. Wow.
But I hate it.
You know,
it looks so ugly.
You know,
it's the worst thing in existence.
It's just for the controller. It's just a controller.
It looks so bad.
I just see the controller.
It's so bad.
It's just Peely and I forget the name of the fish guy, but it's just those two, and it's a controller. That's it.
It looks so bad, Alchem. Anyway, the Fortnite controller, Lego Fortnite controller exists, I guess. Oh, I guess technically Lego Fortnite now has split screen mode, which is great for people who want that.
Yeah.
The next game though
should have been a thing a long time ago.
It should have been. Dynasty Warriors Origins is coming out, which is interesting because Dynasty Warriors was kind of dormant for a while. I remember a Dynasty Warriors game came out like every couple years, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. Did you ever play
It became like a thing where every year there was a new version.
Yeah. Maybe not every year, but I definitely remember seeing them every couple years.
Yeah. No, and then they started to go, and then there was a Hyrule Warriors one.
Yeah, the Hyrule Warriors.
And then
Dynasty Warrior 8 was the last one I remember.
Something else that came out too. Yeah. There was something else besides Dynasty Warrior, if I'm not mistaken. And not Dynasty Warrior, besides Hyrule Warriors, but I'm trying to remember. Fire Emblem.
Oh, yeah, the Fire Emblem one.
There was a Fire Emblem one too.
Yeah. And so this is a prequel, apparently. Dynasty Warriors Origins. I mean, it looks like a Dynasty Warriors game, which is good because I feel like that's exactly what the fans of those games want. Like, you want to go into a horde of brain dead enemies and just destroy them. You are a one-man army and destroy everything around you.
Yeah. It was a good formula. It didn't need to change. He just needed to up the ante and make everything more over the top each and every time. And honestly, you didn't need to go like up and beyond. No, you just added new characters with more insane, incredible abilities that just made you feel like a badass. And that was it.
And make it look better. I think the biggest problem, in my opinion, was the engine was too old. The engine started showing engine started showing its age. But this game, the engine looks like a new engine, or like it looks like an upgraded engine. So the game actually looks good while having crazy amounts of enemies that you can decimate on screen.
Yeah. So
because I think that was the biggest problem.
We'll probably do well.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Probably because Dynasty Warriors has been a PlayStation exclusive for a while, until the Hyrule Warriors stuff. But
Dynasty Warriors Origins, yeah, it's PlayStation exclusive.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I would have been surprised if they said no, we're not.
Dynasty Warriors anymore. Origins on Steam.
Oh,
it's so available. It's available on Steam.
Dang,
nice.
Right, they're actually doing it. Nice. Yeah.
And it's coming out January 16th, 2025, according to Steam.
I'll be honest with you, it is a smart idea it used to be an okay idea to be exclusive to one console. I don't feel like it's a smart idea nowadays.
It's a smart idea to be exclusive to a console, but you should have a PC port.
Yeah.
Because there's a decent amount of people that will double dip, and there's a decent amount of PC players that don't own a console but will totally play your game. You know?
I think the game plan should be like timed console exclusivity.
Well, they do that for PlayStation does that already.
Yeah, PlayStation definitely does that. Yeah.
The fact that it's coming out,
they should still do that.
The fact that it's coming out on launch is actually quite surprising. Generally, they wait a year.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
They wait a year or two.
Oh. All right, then that's cool. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Hack and slash.
That'll definitely be on my
hack and slash again. That's gonna be fun.
On my to play list at some point. Because I've actually never played a Dynasty Warriors game. I don't know if you have or not, but I've never played them.
I played one or two of the old ones, but only through friends, and they're fun. Like I never got to play full to completion, but what I did get to play, I enjoyed a lot. And I did play Hyrule Warriors, which same concept. Just
I never did. I wanted to, but I never got it around. I never got it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe one day. And then after that, the big Monster Hunter Wilds reveal was there, and the release date was officially announced too. I mean, Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't know if there's much more that we can say. Oh, did you not know the release date was announced?
No, I didn't. I didn't know.
February 28, 2025.
Oh, well, good. It comes out next year. Thank goodness.
I should have told you 2020. I should have said 2020.
I thought you were going to say 2026. Yeah, I thought you were going to say 2026, which I would have been.
No, it's
They're like, damn you, Capcom!
Yeah, it's 2025. They also showed off the
new big bad?
No, no, Alchem, please. The pre-order bonuses. Gosh.
Oh.
Basically, they're releasing the game. They're releasing the game.
Monster.
They did show a couple of the monsters. They do show a bunch of the monsters.
The new one. I've not seen him.
They do show a bunch of the monsters. They also show the DLC that there's the day one DLC they're showing off. It's cosmetic stuff like armor sets and hairstyles and stickers and stuff like that. I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. And yeah,
just looks beautiful.
It does. I skipped the last Monster Hunter game. Monster Hunter
Wilds?
No, that's this one.
Monster Hunter. I'm trying to remember the one that came out for Switch, but then it came out on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've only played Monster Hunter Worlds, and I haven't even. I still need to play it, honestly. Like, I haven't played a lot of it.
God, oh my goodness, what are you? That looks cool.
Monster Hunter Rise. Monster Hunter Rise. That's
Rise. Thank you.
But yeah. So I had to Google it. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I will not be buying Monster Hunter Wilds on release. Not because I don't trust it or anything like that. I just probably. It just probably won't be a game that I'm gonna play a lot right now. You know what I mean?
All I just hope is we don't get an annoying character like the handler where we're just constantly telling them to shut up.
We're definitely
just remember the meme.
We're 100% getting that.
I just remember the meme where everyone just got tired of hearing the handler going, "Hey partner," just like,
yeah,
like shut up. But it does look really cool.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a really good Monster Hunter game. I still need to play Monster Hunter World, like fully. because I need to remake my character and stuff like that. But overall, I think, I mean, this looks like a good game. I mean, to be fair, the Monster Hunter games have always been good. From all the fans that have been playing the games since the beginning, there's never been a complaint about the quality of these games. You could have nitpicky details, I'm sure.
No.
Like, I'm sure the diehard fans will say which ones are better or not. But at least from what I can tell, there hasn't been really, like, a uniquely bad Monster Hunter game.
Part of I've seen.
Yeah. Unless people, I mean, some of the diehard fans really don't like Monster Hunter World. But that's mostly because they dumbed down a lot of things. It
needs to go back.
Yeah.
It needs to go back to the quadrant system. The quadrant system. I don't think I've heard anyone complain about that.
I don't know. I know that there's some people that don't like the
open world.
Not the open world. It's like there's less micromanagement you have to do on certain things.
I love that they did that.
Yeah,
that
and the majority of players say what? But that's amazing. But it's because, you know, they want to play. What they actually want to do is what they want is like the older Monster Hunter games, but on a modern console. Which honestly they probably should do. I would be down for like an old school, like a super old school Monster Hunter game, but on the modern consoles, updated with graphics and stuff. I think that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get those guys to stop complaining, so they can go over and play that game while they continue to modernize and make newer ones. But yeah, so I won't be playing this right away. I'll probably get it eventually, but I'll still be playing Monster Hunter Worlds probably when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, because I'm very late when it comes to that. The next thing they showed off was the Horizon Lego game. It looks like a Lego game, but it's Horizon.
It's a Lego game.
Which is not a bad thing, but it's not for me. It's also PlayStation 5 exclusive, so I won't be playing it.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh my god, that's so dumb.
But yeah, I mean, it's Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, no, sorry, it's coming to PC and PS5. My bad. But yeah. It's
I'm not.
It's a Lego game. If you enjoy the Lego games and you like Horizon, it'll probably be a fun time. The thing right after that is the thing that everyone talked about. That's the only thing I saw about this, because it was so sad and stupid, because they're remastering Horizon Zero Dawn, a PS4 game.
Sorry, I almost had a stroke there. Why would you remaster a game that was just out in the previous generation? That's such a money grubby thing to do.
Yep.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, so that is also a thing. Luckily, the remaster, you can if you own the PS4 version, you can upgrade it for like $9.99 or something like that, so you don't have to buy the full game again. Because I think what they did, the main thing they did is they re-recorded the mocap for the characters.
Was it?
So it because they updated the way they did mocap in Forbidden West compared to Horizon Zero, the original.
I don't think that's a valid
selling
point. I feel like that's just...
I agree with you, Alco. I'm just saying what they're saying. I think it's stupid that they're remastering this game. Like, it's super dumb.
Huh. Well,
so that is just yeah. Oh wait, the Lego game is also coming for Switch, I'm pretty sure, so it's coming out on all platforms.
Oh my god,
I think. Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, okay, you know what? No, it's stupid, and I hate it. They shouldn't have remastered this game. It's just like when The Last of Us got remastered, and I thought it was stupid. The next thing that they showed off was another thing that I thought was hilarious, not because of the actual announcement, but because of the devs' response to Twitter, is because Stellar Blade is getting Nier Automata DLC and a couple updates. And the Nier Automata devs, like they were tweeting out something, and people were thanking them for this update, for this DLC, and the Nier Automata Twitter account, the official one, tweeted out, "Thank you. We'll do anything for money."
Damn. Okay.
Let me get up the so I can quote it directly. Nier Automata.
I mean, shameless, but hey, man, just, whatever.
Nier series. Yeah, here it is. Let me scroll down. Yeah, it says on the Stellar Blade official Twitter announced that the collaboration, and the Nier series Twitter account, the official one, says, "We will gladly say yes to anything for money."
I mean, hey, look, they're standing on business, I guess. Good for them.
To be fair, the creator of the Nier Autonomous series has literally said, like, he's a slave to capitalism and will do anything for money. Like, he's made a lot of, like, things in that kind of saying. He has said a lot of things for that type of stuff. So yeah, it's very amusing.
Yeah, I mean, again, can't blame a man for standing on business.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and to be fair, it'll probably be really, really well received. And the Nier Automata stuff is just a 2B skin for the main character, basically.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
The next stuff was a couple of small things, but like big, depending on your point of view. It was an update to the Sony PlayStation Plus subscriber games. The Dead Space remake is now on there. The Doki Doki Literature Club is on there. WWE 2K24 is on there. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, so the game that is being remastered, is on there. And Dino Crisis is now also on PlayStation Plus, and they'll be added to the Classic Collection. And also The Last of Us Part 1 will also be joining the PlayStation Plus games as well. On Thursday, September 26th is when they're added.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
What?
I saw Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Wait, no. Oh no, this is stuff from the lineup that's coming out later. Okay.
Yeah. And that is the biggest stuff that was announced. No, sorry. The couple stuff after that was some new DualSense controllers, console, like different color console stuff. Then the literally almost the same video for the PlayStation 5 Pro announcement, which is hilarious, with some small differences, because everyone was joking that they even remastered the PlayStation 5 announcement a couple of days later. Which was a great meme. Great memes. They did announce the games that will be enhanced by it. And I mean, it's a decent list. It's not all of them, but the fact that it's not all of the games is saying something, because the tech is so interesting that you have to literally have an update to help it. But you know, it's something at least. It's definitely the bigger games. Like, for instance, like Hogwarts Legacy is on there. Like some of the best-selling PlayStation games are on there, so that's good. Apparently, the Dragon Age Valguard is on that list too, so they're immediately coming out as a PlayStation 5 enhanced game, which is good. Same with Demon Souls. But the biggest announcement was the last announcement, Alchem. And I don't know, I mean, obviously, I don't think you and I haven't played it, but you haven't played it. But the sequel of Ghost of Tsushima was announced. Ghost of Yote was announced.
Yeah, Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, coming to PlayStation 5 in 2025. And the internet exploded because the main character is a samurai and it's a woman. And
exploded good or exploded bad?
Yes. Unfortunately. There was a lot of people. We're talking about the internet here, so there was the good side and the bad side. There were some really messed up things. There was also some very telling things about the main voice actor of the main character named Atsu. The voice actor on Twitter has a lot of these people blocked, which is hilarious because she already knew, because they were already terrible people. To the people that were complaining that a woman samurai exists, because they did. I'm pretty sure historically they did exist. It wasn't common, but I'm pretty sure they did exist. It was obviously still was a male dominated thing because, you know, unfortunately, that is the human history of being male dominated for a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, it was an announcement trailer, so like it was a lot of story and like character stuff that I don't understand because I haven't played the first game. But if it's just the first game but more, I'm sure it'll be doing good, you know? I'm sure it'll do well. Because that's kind of all what people want, right?
You just want more of the... if it was good, we just want more of it.
Yeah.
That's all.
So yeah, that's good. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's real. I don't know if we have really anything else to say about Ghost of Yoti because you and I didn't play Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, sadly, I never got to play Ghost of Tsushima, but it looks beautiful.
It looks like an amazing game.
I'm seeing it. It does.
Like that game. Let me put it this way: that game was so amazing looking. I thought about getting a PlayStation. I didn't end up getting one, but I did think about it.
But I'm literally not watching any. They're showing the scenes that aren't like gameplay or
it's just
like
cutscenes, but it's amazing.
And it just looks beautiful.
It does, and it's all an engine as well, from what I can tell. I think is what they said. Yeah, captured on PS5, mixture of gameplay and in-game cinematics at the very beginning. So some of it is technically gameplay, but it's not gameplay. It's cinematic gameplay. We this is known.
Yeah, it's cinematic.
Yeah.
God damn. Stunning visuals. I mean, good choice of like using I don't know how to describe it. They're using the scenery to just make it look far better.
Yeah.
I see a bit of combat there. No, that's not even. You don't really see it.
You don't really see it.
I do want to see actual combat in the video, but oh well. I'll have to wait till it
gets... Well, it's an announcement trailer. I mean, to be fair, they showed off way more than most announcement trailers. The fact that this announcement trailer is 3 minutes long says something. Because most announcement trailers are like 30 seconds. At best. But that was the PlayStation State of Play. Honestly, I thought it was a pretty decent State of Play overall. I didn't watch it live, but I saw the aftermath. I know a lot of people were disappointed in it because there's a lot of next year stuff. Also, if you don't like horror games, there wasn't a lot of stuff for you because most of the bigger hitter games in terms of like the non-mainstay PlayStation stuff was just indie horror games. So if you don't like that, that's kind of weird. But I thought it was pretty good overall. I don't know about you. I think it was pretty good. The announcements were fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here that's going to make me ever get a PlayStation, but...
Yeah, I'm just talking about the games, though.
Yeah. Overall...
All the PlayStation VR stuff made me sad.
For a showcase, there was... I'll be honest with you. Nothing except for Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, Astro Bot already came out. Yeah.
The Dragon Age gameplay trailer was good.
Besides Ghost of Yoti and not Assassin. Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank here? Monster Hunter. Besides those two, and I'm talking about like
Sonic. The Sonic stuff.
I mean that I'm getting on like I'm getting on Steam. So
yeah. Well, I mean, none of these games
even are exclusive.
Yeah, most of these games aren't actually exclusive to PlayStation.
Yeah. The only ones that are the VR games. Everything
Yeah.
else I'm seeing, none of it
And
is exclusive.
Ghost of Yoto will eventually become a PC, just like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. So in terms of these that are amazing reveals, I'd say the Sonic X Shadow Generation ones, but I mean, this is a game that's already been out, and that announcement's been made all over the place.
Yeah.
I think it was first made on the showcase here for the PlayStation.
It was.
Play, so
they got the exclusive. They got the exclusive announcement, but it's not exclusive to PlayStation.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is awesome. Let's see. Yeah, the Spotlight is interesting. So was the one of the first games, the Midnight Walk.
But those aren't
like, yeah.
Those are PC games as well.
Yeah. Trying to honestly think, was there anything that gave me like
the tower? All the showcase. I would say, Alchem, all these games, other than the Lego Fortnite and the Lego game,
and Dynasty War.
Yeah, all of them are interesting and cool. The problem that I have with this, like, I don't have a problem with the games. I have a problem with, like, I thought this was supposed to be a PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
That's like, other than the Ghost of Yota, nothing is really PlayStation.
Yeah, no. So
I guess the Legacy of Kain. I think Legacy of Kain remastered stuff
give this
PlayStation 4 and 5.
If I were to give it a score, I'd give it like a 7, I guess. 7 out of 10.
I'd give it for games, I'd give it like a 7 or 8. For a PlayStation, for making me want to buy a PlayStation, I give it like maybe a 4 or 5.
A 4 or 5. There's nothing
because like all these things I can play are either on PC or not good enough for me to buy a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because most of these things are also coming out on PC, and the ones that are exclusive are the VR games, so I don't care about that. Or, you know, like Astrobot is, like, funny enough, Astrobot is still pretty much the only game that makes me want to buy a PlayStation. Like, out of all the games that were talked about today. And, like, that's funny, in my opinion.
I think that was the only PlayStation exclusive game.
Well, the Ghost of Yuta.
Ghost of Yuta.
Like, it's those two. Astrobot and Ghost of Yuta are the two exclusive, and I think Legacy of the Kain remastered. Everything else was also PC, I'm pretty sure.
PlayStation VR ones too, but
yeah. And maybe that fantasy game, the one made by the
you're right.
Maybe oh god, the ones that are made by the Final Fantasy devs or creators, sorry. And I guess I think the Lunar Remastered Collection is also exclusive. I mean, another problem is that if you don't care about JRPGs, like, there's not a lot of exclusives in this thing. Because I think some of these the JRPGs were exclusive, but, like, if you don't like JRPGs, then it's Astrobot and the VR games and Ghost of Yuta. Pretty much. That's it. No, but I mean, overall, the games look good. I would say, in terms of just pure games, not talking about PlayStation stuff, like whether or not you want to buy a PlayStation because of this, I think it was pretty good. Okay. Do we want to keep going? I mean, it's been quite a while, so I don't know if you.
You want to save it for next time, Nelson?
I mean,
let's see. Oh,
there's a lot on the next one. That's the thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
There's a lot. Crap. But the problem is, like, there's a lot, but there's not a lot.
Let me see. I'm looking over the list right now. And Metal Gear Solid Delta. That definitely look forward to.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? We'll talk here. We'll talk about it, Alchem. But I really need to go to the bathroom. So hold the fort, and then I'll be back, and then we can talk.
I was gonna say we can hold it off for next time.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We can hold it off for next time. Yeah. Sure. I mean, it's not going anywhere, so yeah, we can We'll
Yeah,
talk
no.
about it
And
in
most of
depth
these
next
games don't
time.
come out till like next year.
Yeah, it's true. Most of these games don't come out until next year anyway, so we're not in any rush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Right.
why don't you start the shoutouts then?
Okay. Well, everyone, we're going to go ahead and wrap up today. So, shout out if you guys enjoyed the podcast. Well, if you enjoyed this idiot right here talking and stuff, my name is Alchem. I'm just a little Tanuki VTuber, co host of the podcast alongside Jelly. You can catch me live streaming on Twitch and YouTube, where I just play a wide variety of games. Sometimes I'm doing funny events, sometimes I'm just chilling. Most of the time, I'm just enjoying my time gaming and just being a dumb little tanuki. You can also catch highlights of stuff on YouTube and on TikTok and on Twitter, where I post random stuff, including pictures of the models I make and whatever funny things I find interesting. Anything else I need to mention? No. Oh yeah. For those watching, or for those who watch my streams, yes, I am trying to knock out all these events, including the main stream. Sorry, I was just not in the best condition this past weekend. I would have done it on Friday, but I just was not feeling well. And I'm gonna go ahead and see when I can do it exactly. Maybe I'll just combine it with some day during the week, but I'll see about that. In any case, just look forward to that. Yes, I have to basically just be a maid on stream and blah 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 blah. I have the model ready, everything's ready. We'll just do that later. But yeah, go ahead and take it away, Jelly.
Hello, everyone. I am the Techno Jelly. Thank you for watching today's podcast. If you would like to see the behind the scenes, please go over to my Patreon and subscribe to it. And you will see the behind the scenes where I talk to myself. Today I talked about just like the show in general. I also looked at my YouTube analytics and complained about them for a little bit. If you'd like to be interested about that. I'd appreciate it if you go over to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Comment down below what you thought about today's podcast. If you're on the YouTube channel, subscribe. We do this every week. And there is a playlist if you'd like to watch to listen or watch the other podcasts we've done. We've done 30 of them so far, and we're continuing them. I don't see us stopping anytime soon. Luckily, Alchem and I are very good at talking about nothing for hours. So we're very skilled about that. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again. Oh wait, no, I need to actually chill my actual stuff. I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and a TikTok, all at the Techno Jelly as well. And I do news or gaming reports / video essays on YouTube 3 times a week, and I stream 3 times a week as well, Monday, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and the videos go up Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And thank you all. If you're watching live, if you missed any of it, the podcast will be up soon tonight on Sunday. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you again next week doing our special event. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Okay. You didn't say later, guys.
All right.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it. We'll edit that in post.
Nope. It's just gonna be an awkward
sound. Oh wow. I see. Later, guys.
All right, we can keep.
It's too late.
No, that's going in now.